that is
Okay, here it is.
It's Streets.
Winners round 3, OpTic Sentinels. Winner gets top 3,
but he's already
I think.
under fire, taken down.
Pretty sure that's where we're at right now.
Down into respawn.
It's going to be OpTic or Sentinels, the grudge match.
OpTic Gaming Rockets in the hands of APG as well.
Good starting strategy from OpTic, just able to flank ground in the right areas to ensure that APG had enough room through the middle of the map to pick up those rockets pretty much.
Dude, I hate that like they're the red team. I see the red and I think it's an enemy.
Went in favor of Sentinels both times. So OpTic, if they could turn this one around, that would be huge for their chances.
This is gonna be cracked.
OpTic Gaming know that coming into this series. If they're able to take this game one, steal this away from a favorite game type of Sentinels, that would be massive for the rest of the series.
The Sentinels' favorite game type, apparently.
Already up to a 24-point lead.
I guess I don't follow scrims enough to know.
To stay alive by APG, but more so OpTic Gaming flipping the map. A and B control, but APG has Zai set on C. And he may be able to transfer this one over, but he does have to worry about this pesky player over in the commando hall. But that player's long gone, Bradley. You need to figure out what the next play is. I love this by
Tell him Clutch.
to hop into
that guy's long gone. I did not know.
It's with a lot of wasted time, which has allowed Sentinels to get control.
Well, that's one of the downsides sometimes of pushing into C. If it goes wrong, if you don't get those kills, you lose A and B and you lose your control. APG, he tried to pinch, but it didn't work out. The team went down, and now they've got to fight.
Just trying to think. I guess that happens a lot.
Which is difficult, especially when Frosty.
I believe you, Gaskin.
So eagerly over from the other side.
One of the most difficult pushes in Halo Infinite is up this driveway, but we're seeing OpTic Gaming get the first pick, and that is a
dude, you just need like you need someone like out C stairs shooting across to the rail, get some damage in, and then you push the arc. There's an expert advice from a low Onyx player. I got you guys, don't worry.
But just like that, he's taken down, and Sentinels are going to get B control once again.
It was important what
Snake Plate rocking his own merch. You gotta love that. Shameless plug.
Player who is going to prioritize going back to C just to check there's no one flanking behind you, because otherwise the pinch can then come through.
It didn't even hit it.
If you don't do it correctly. Rockets have spawned. Both teams have got eyes on them.
He tried.
You've just got to have someone who's brave enough to dive on them.
Yeah, it's going to be Frosty, the bravest man.
There you go. Frosty, that was very brave of you.
Picking up those rockets, staying alive, 2 down for OpTic Gaming as well. Frosty does get a reset onto A, does have rockets in his back pocket, and with A and B controlled, you're going to see Sentinels gain the lead for the first time here in game 1, 53 to 50 and counting. But Frosty, he's not okay with just a double cap.
He's trying to sniff someone out, dude.
And look at this, somehow he's got the perfect
patience
behind OpTic Gaming. Finds the double. Can he get the triple? Nobody in sight. But that's a good sign for Frosty, because that means he gets to hop into C for free.
Great trigger
OpTic was 3
there
down.
as well from Frosty.
They're about to get trip capped
straight away. Instead, just trying to better his chances of picking up the 2. Played to perfection.
They have that little dinky sign there, just blocking shots. It's so annoying.
Just done to C over towards A. You pressure that stronghold that's being taken. You're the nuisance. You're getting behind the back line. Unfortunately, gets spotted out.
6-1-1 Frosty is. They need to figure out a way to take him down, and just like that,
dead.
that's going to be Trippy getting that kill. That's a big one for Trippy as he gets numbers in his team advantage. 3 go down for Sentinels. You see Trippy immediately hop into C. The rest of the boys for the green wall should be able to secure B and then focus on A. I love this flip of the map by OpTic.
Snakebite got a really important trade there, just to mean that
Starting
B
to
was
chip
going to be a
away.
little bit more difficult. Frosty needs to
I mean,
stay
50
alive,
points isn't really much.
Should be doing some amazing damage, but now Sentinels, who spawned over towards
Strongholds.
Cafe, have to decide whether
Not in
they
this
want to
version, at least.
try and fight for B or C here. If you go towards C, you leave yourself vulnerable from being shot from top stairs, so I think B is probably the correct fight.
Trippy's nasty with this gun.
Hopping into B, but he knows Roll 2's around here. Does land the headshot, and a nice shot from Trippy to deny Roll 2 pushing into C. Able to at least keep C controlled while his teammates come off.
Shot him in the ankles.
3 dead for Sentinels momentarily.
Mid-slide.
As you saw the last player going for that set
Damn,
of
he's
rockets,
going shoddy
out.
snipe
Trippy
on this
doing a
map.
phenomenal job with this
Ambitious.
so far. Good damage on this Tires players, keeping Lucid alive, and 10 kills to his name. Can he get the 11th here? He's got Frosty no shield in the back of PD. He's got Lethal
that was
no
so good.
and Trippy is
I die 100% of the time
there.
there.
He couldn't just stay in C and use the Stalker rifle forever because the team weren't picking up any points. He had to move
still got a
around
rocket.
the map and put that damage to a use where they could actually gain control, and because of that, they get that triple cap temporarily. Sentinels now forced back into station, but here comes the press, that triple cap, and these points they're starting to really tally up now.
Unbelievable rocket from Owa to get that kill on the Frosty. 3 dead for Sentinels.
Just like that.
but still, look
17-point game.
Dominant OpTic Gaming is being right now with the sandbox. Trippy had the Stalker and the Bulldog.
It was looking bleak a little bit ago. They got control. They flipped it around real quick.
And the score starting to climb up.
Go 2 down now, but they're still got the lead now.
You need to see Sentinels try and get out of this trap, but a phenomenal job by OpTic to slow the game down and not overextend to A there.
So many points gathered.
The sliding makes shots so annoying, dude.
For their patience. They didn't just scatter and try and jump in any old stronghold. They instead grouped up off
so
spawn.
Annoying trying to headshot someone's
to stop
slide.
The dominance that OpTic had found. And even though
feels like the brief acceleration makes
at
it
least they've got a little bit more
like
control
mess
here,
with the
and finally
desync.
they should be able to get B on the board.
And I know this is
A
technically land,
forcing now OpTic back towards
but I bet
C
you it does the same
OpTic
thing.
does have a 30-point lead to play around though, so they don't have to rush. They still are winning this game. A great job by Lucid to back out of that fight against Roll 2 and stay alive.
That was a good angle.
Create an opportunity for his teammates to get some space. But right now, you're seeing
Roll
OpTic
2
Gaming
missed
in
a
a lot
couple.
of trouble. 2 members
Did
go
enough
down.
though.
The third is going to be traded out. A good trade though from Lucid to release some of the
Trippy
pressure.
gonna race there.
It does look like if Frosty can get this kill, he would have had a trip cap, but another big one.
I mean, that was still a huge distraction. Killed a lot of time.
Huge reset from Trippy. It stops the total control, stops the triple cap from happening, and now Snakebite though, meanwhile, has found these rockets. He does connect.
That looked like I should have killed him,
but he did get the information at the very least that there is one player towards Red Room. So he just needs to communicate that to the rest of the team now so they can fight these players on driveway.
They're going to try and fight up driveway as OpTic. One player fights around, and it's the perfect flank that catches Snakebite and Royal 2 off guard. They both go down, and OpTic now with numbers look to push A.
So much history between
got the
these
green
two
gun.
teams. Onset brought it up. They played each other in Rally, and of course APG on the Sentinels roster during the Halo 3 revival, during the MCC series as well.
I feel like eventually you're just gonna have so many BR skins.
It's
like I can only use one.
At the moment, there's still that second chance in
But
the
I keep getting them.
bracket. We know how deadly that elimination
And I haven't
bracket
even
is.
bought
Looking
it.
at the teams that are still
Mine are
alive
all
in
just
this
like
tournament,
unlocks.
they are all eager to make their way to the grand final. So you want to give yourself the best chance of getting there yourself here in winners bracket.
Massive.
What are the benefits of using the disruptor? I haven't really found many, but like Pro still use it sometimes. I feel like. Ooh, we got red bar. I was gonna say, how do you not trade?
That's a big kill as well because taking down Trippy at this point, it's a
Good
must.
for them.
He's got 14 kills, so taking
The
him
disruptor,
down
I mean, you
is
can
gonna be
shoot
big.
the
Stopping him from running
like the
perfect
capture
shots
middle
on the
point,
Lucid. You try
and
to get
it'll
around the
like
corner. Lethal says no
bounce off
shot.
and shock people. So I mean, that's a plus.
Those
But
are two very important
other
kills
than
that
that,
swing
I don't
control
really understand
back
what
in
you would want to
Sentinels'
use the
favor.
disruptor
And
for.
this is what you want to see if you're a Sentinels fan.
Doesn't kill
Lethal's
very
starting
well
to
on
heat
its
up.
own.
Well, that's twice now.
At least not
OpTic
when
have
I
had
use
total
it.
control, but maybe we're too aggressive with their push onto C because they gave up too much of the map. But APG gets the better of Lethal. At least Snakebite's there to clean things up. But we really need to see.
There haven't been too many listen-ins here.
Right here,
I feel like today I've been
otherwise,
watching all
this
day,
game
and
could be
it's
going
like
in favor of OpTic.
there was like
Rockets
1
up
or
in
2
3
listen-ins.
seconds.
Rockets coming up could decide the
Unless
winner
I'm
of
just
this game one. This last
not
set
paying
of Rockets
attention.
is massive, and the first
I'm not gonna write that one out.
It's gonna go to Sentinels. OpTic Gaming
Possible.
should have the numbers in order to secure this. And yes, Lucid bottom middle with those Rockets already with the first kill
Off
in
the
the chamber.
rack.
Got 1 left to play around. Kills all around him. You have to think that he even gets to save this rocket and pressure C with it and Snakebite. He's
that's
long
unfortunate.
gone after that perfect rocket from Lucid. A phenomenal job of OpTic Gaming to get that first.
Oh, and he stuck him
Comes through.
right in the
Doing it
thigh.
all with everything he's got. Lucid.
You just don't see a lot of sticks in this
There
game,
is
man.
a lot of eyes on this young man. Lucid is
It's been like that in every game
one of
since
those
like
players
Reach.
who is claiming as the best in Halo Infinite right now, and he is
The
certainly
sticky
proving
grenade
it.
sandbox
224 to
onto the players,
189.
just or the
OpTic are
hitbox,
closing
sorry,
in
not
on
the
taking
sandbox.
map 1, which would
It's just
really
wonky,
help
I feel like.
in the favorite situation when it comes to these maps.
If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And although Sentinels not your reigning champions, they are on the way to those reigning champions. So Lucid doing everything he can.
They're on their way to
make
the
that
reigning
statement
champions.
a very factual reality.
Oh, he got stuck.
What can Sentinels do though?
The nades take a while to blow up.
They do hop in.
That was like longer than I was expecting.
Can they get it? Absolutely not. OpTic shut them
OpTic
down.
takes game
They get
1.
them out. They get 250 points in game 1, and that's going to give them the lead here in this series.
So what has historically been quite a strong
Frosty's
game
giving
for
them
Sentinels
some
is
lit.
taken by OpTic.
What are you guys doing? All right, game 2, Aquarius Slayer.
If you are
Can't let
Sentinels, you
can't let
have
OpTic
to
take the
figure
2-0
out
lead,
a way
right?
to control the
Although
pace,
I guess it
because
wouldn't
OpTic
surprise
Gaming
me if
has the
Sentinels
space to play around the
reverse
map.
sweep them.
It
So
is so difficult to kill a
could
player
go either
like
way.
Pistola as well
just
when he
enjoy the
gets
show,
bottom middle,
right?
no shield.
Yeah, Pistola loves to just roam around and look to try and finish all those kills. The damage that's being put down as game 2 now will be underway, and I speak about the damage.
Lucid just hanging out in the top base.
Anchor. Anchors are very important in Aquarius. We know
I am the anchor.
Yeah, Roll 2, one of the best anchors in the game as well, but Lucid actually getting the better of him early on, but Sentinels winning.
You could like see the guys creeping up the sides. You didn't see them though.
And that's a
obviously we have the wall hacks here.
See that happen. APG, the last guy alive for OpTic Gaming, trying to compete, trying to deny camo.
Don't let APG get away.
But that wasn't done. APG loses his life, and Snakebite able to get this camo secured.
Royal 2 is just going to venture out to clear one area for Snakebite, and now he can give all that information. He would have seen Frosty go down. They know they're in the closet, and now Snakebite has the opportunity to pick up a big kill to try and get things back here.
That's not good.
Unfortunately, the melee gets hit onto him. He's probably going
I was going to say they're going to collapse, sniff him out.
Quite an even start between these
There's
two
no way
teams,
they're going to let that happen.
Dynamo nades, the sizzle sticks, they're so important.
The sizzle sticks,
so important to be holding this car side.
So much
extra crispy.
They're able to give you, not only pairing that with the damage, but although those Dynamo grenades don't become too effective there, all they do is halt OpTic Gaming from being able to push out of that closet, as they do weaken a few players.
Nice
Frosty
shots.
opts to actually back up to the opposite base and play an anchor position for his team. Does suspect someone's going to be.
I don't know why I thought he was nading
utility
himself there.
Closet. Unfortunately, nobody on OpTic Gaming
Should have known
there.
He wasn't that
There is
tough.
one in the hallway though, and it's Owa getting the better
with the
of Frosty,
perfect.
at least in that fight.
One day, I'll get you to say sizzle sticks. It's going to happen.
I'm gonna
get
I'll
the
say
man
sizzle
who
sticks.
works for 343 to say
Big fan of it.
because that's what they should have been called. 9-6 is going to be the scoreline then. And it's a 3-kill advantage for OpTic. We said that Sentinels cannot go too far behind, otherwise this could
shoot
get
the
out of
wrong
control.
guy.
And what a way to respond that is.
He shot his
kill from
teammate
Frosty
once?
before he gets taken down. Ola with 5 kills already to his name. Snakebite does find his heat wave on the ground at the
failed
Frosty found that
slide.
double though. So the power weapon now in
Didn't get
Snakebite's
that
hand.
little
He had an
boost.
opportunity with camo. Not
He
too
tried.
successful with that one. Only 1 kill to his name with that one. But this heat wave, it can do a ton of damage if he's able to get to utility. But right now, he's playing that anchor position and a phenomenal job of doing so. Great shots across the map to take down Lucid. A little bit of an overextension there, but APG in the meantime,
Grab
he's
that
secured
camo.
camo, somehow got away with
Survive.
That's the thing, even though
Just
Snakebite
survive,
was anchoring,
APG.
the rest of the team fell elsewhere, and unfortunately he had to turtle up, he had to wait for the rest of the team to spawn, and now because of that, APG's got the camouflage, and here comes the cavalry to try and sweep up. This is what I'm on about. When you're on that spawn and you're trapped in those bases, an aggressive team will take full advantage
Pulling
of
away
your
all of a
back being
sudden.
against the wall. They'll use those nades, they'll use this camouflage, and they'll start to
It does kind of feel like it's hard to follow when they're just like swapping POVs. Like you just like, it's like they're just constantly swapping POV dying.
Got that heat wave in hand. He's going to have lethal to deal with in this.
Sometimes you're like, oh my god, they're getting so many kills, and then you look and it's like they got like 1 kill more than the other team.
Able to finish him off. Bottom Dynamos. Snakebite looking to be aggressive though. A little bit of a push here.
Oh, here trying to make a move.
Go a long way if they're able to get some unanswered kills.
Almost.
6 kills still separate these two as Snakebite forced it back down once again.
I think aggression is going to be key here for the Sentinels. Don't allow OpTic Gaming to get too much control.
Slide.
Be able to dictate the pace in this game. Oh, that's perfectly played though from OpTic. The bait and switch. APG dangled that hook, and they came a real.
So annoying. He was just hiding in the back of the base waiting for someone to push.
They were both no shields.
Sneaks
was
in.
looking for
Easy
it,
cleanup.
but couldn't find the correct reticle placement. And Trippy expected that double back, knowing his teammate had him on death.
It's so hard to like actually get a kill with the commando at that range.
But so are APG and Ola. So all of OpTic Gaming
you can do like a good initial damage, and then all of a sudden it's like
to push their team in the lead.
You can't do anything.
Camouflage is going to be up in 6. Trippy is just going to wait patiently here, seeing if he can maybe do a job to work with it.
Come on, Joey.
This next camouflage could really be the difference maker for Sentinels, because that 5-kill gap, if they don't get the camo, could suddenly become 8, 9, 10 kills.
Nah, they got a lot of presence in the middle of the map.
To at least contest this one.
No, OpTic Gaming is
OpTic just doesn't have any center map presence. Lucid's dead. Someone got camo.
2 members of OpTic go down. Trippy on the bottom of the map can't compete for camo. Good shot from the commando though, and that is a massive kill to release.
That couldn't have
the
been the
pressure.
camo guy,
Unfortunately, though, that kill not going to deny camo from going.
I was going to say that would have been
Once
really
again,
rough.
Snakebite had camo earlier in the game. Only was able to find 1 kill before, unfortunately, being meleeed by a no-shield player. What is he going to do now with this time around? Does spot Trippy back to base, gets thrust. I actually love the fact that he gets this thrust because it gives him so much of an opportunity in these
so
fights.
dumb. It's
He's
Eagle
find
versus
Lucid with this pistol, quickly pulls out his VR, pushes Trippy,
and he had the thrust.
with great shots. Once again, trades the camo out, and another
look at that 2-kill
camo
game
from Sentinels.
Sentinels did work there.
2-kill advantage.
All because OpTic was nowhere to be found when it came to the camo.
So much better from them.
So
Could have gone
important.
completely the other way, but the way they were able to force Trippy back and ensure they got that camouflage, and also what Snakebite's been doing with each camouflage. He's been patient. He's just provided information. You've got to know you're invisible.
Looks like he was like shooting, trying to shoot him through a wall there.
But we're all tied up. 27
Snakebite hacker confirmed.
It has been just good control from the Sentinels roster, not allowing OpTic Gaming.
He took his hand off the controller and everything when he was calling that out.
Yeah, not too long ago it was OpTic
Snakebite's into it.
Looking to blow this one wide open, but Sentinels doing a phenomenal job of battling back, getting successful wins in these team fights. And Frosty with a big pick on the APG as multiple members of OpTic Gaming are now stuck in this closet. They need to figure out a way to get their shield
Just trying
back.
to survive, throwing all his nades.
He goes down on top of Dynamo. Snakebite does get
really, Ola?
by
No
Ola, and
pistol
it's a big
skin?
kill from Ola once again.
What have you been
Notice how
doing?
pretty much every time we jump on board with a different player, it's a side
That was
kick,
great work
or it's
avoiding
gonna
that
be a
nade.
commando. There's always one of these weapons.
Snakebite always has the
difference in
thrust, though.
close-range engagement. Heat wave for
Controlling
lethal.
the power-ups.
The sandbox is being used time and time again to try and give these players that little bit of an advantage when they do engage in these fights.
Sniff 'em out,
Camo's up
Hat.
once more. Royal 2 wants it, but he knows he can't jump for it just crazily.
Yeah, Royal 2, not the kind of player that's going to sprint top middle for that camo. Does get great damage on the Ola backstage
Man.
as well. So Sentinels in the
I
background.
think it was
are going to
looking
be
so
securing
good
this camo
earlier.
as Royal 2 pushes up. I actually love this push by him. He's got Trippy in his sights, but
You're gonna have
APG
to figure
still alive
something
with
out.
that heat wave, able to do some damage to him. But Trippy running for his life right now into the closet is going to eventually be taken down. And a great job
Keep
by
that
Royal 2
thrust.
to create
Snakebite got
space on the
camo
map for
again.
his team, allow Snakebite
It's hard to tell.
another
Like I didn't
chance.
even know
This is his
camo
third
was
camo
coming
of the
up.
game.
Snakebite certainly has been the one who's been gifted these camouflages,
I guess he
and he
should
has
be
made
following
them
the
work
clock,
as
huh?
well. Should be able to give that info.
clearly
which he
don't do
will.
that.
4-kill lead now for the Sentinels roster in a game type which historically they've not been that great at. I tell you,
Okay,
this
so
would be
apparently
massive
Sentinels
if they
weren't
could
good
find
at this?
victory here.
Throw the analytics out the window
Nice
because
trade.
Sentinels have every intention of tying
I guess.
this
I
series
mean,
up.
you
A
don't
double
really wanna
kill
do that with
from
camo,
Frosty as he looks to push into the base spots.
They're at a
Multiple
point where they
players
can afford to
trapped
trade.
like rats in the back of yellow. Can Frosty find the pick? APG, perfect shots. Take Frosty down, but the rest of Sentinels are there to trade these kills out. And with a 5-kill lead now,
Sizzle
Sentinels, all they need
sticks.
to do is
They're
trade
way
out.
too good.
7 more kills to go.
They need to do
Snakebite
something.
is so good at staying alive, by the
Because
way. Uses the
they haven't really
dynamos to
given
get
an
that
update on
information
like a
and
season
provide the
or a
damage so you can
V2
get the
update,
assist,
huh?
But most importantly,
V2 settings.
didn't die and give the kill away to OpTic Gaming. Now they're only 5 away. They have a 7-kill, 8-kill lead now. Surely they can't throw this one away.
Surely. There's
Surely
nothing
not.
OpTic Gaming can do with the
For
positions
sure
they have
not,
on the
dude.
map. Currently, they're going to have some phenomenal teamwork in order to get out of this situation. To death
Lethal
for Sentinels,
6
so
and
OpTic
9.
Gaming
I thought he
using
was
a
6
little
and
bit of
5.
teamwork to
I was
get
gonna
out
say
of
like
this
no
situation. 3
deaths.
straight on
The hell's
the
he been
kills in
doing?
his camo.
Just
About to come
fucking
up.
making
Maybe,
plays on the
maybe,
positioning.
just maybe OpTic Gaming can create this comeback. 4
Ooh,
kills
Lethal with
to go.
another
Sentinels
kill.
find 1. Top
Oh,
pick,
I thought that
in
was
the
gonna stay
corner,
there.
and now it's
That
all
would've been
she wrote.
sick.
1 more kill. APG stuck in the window behind the pillar, and Lethal, he's not going to let APG get out of this situation alive.
Nope.
That's going to be the
Lethal
final
loves
kill there.
killing
And we are going
APG.
to tie up this series.
The power-ups,
Game
power
3, we
weapons
got
here in
Bizarre
Game 3.
Flag.
They understand why they lost Game
Okay,
2.
my
But
least
let's
favorite
move on,
map and
boys.
mode.
It's the best of 5 for a reason.
No
This series is all
worries.
tied up, ladies and gentlemen. We have CTF Bizarre.
This is going to be
loading up on
huge
our
for
screens.
whoever wins, though.
And like you said, Dan,
Take
this
the
battle
2-1
for the middle
lead.
of
They'll
the
have
map,
2
that
chances to
overshield,
close
that's
it
for the
out.
Rockets. It's so important to get off on the right foot.
Starting strategy, very important. I know
All right,
full well
that's a
Sentinels
good.
like to
That's
send
what I'm
players
gonna
out
do
of those
next
double
time I play
doors.
this map.
Lethal
Exactly
will
what
instantly
Lethal
get
just
the
did.
dynamo nades and will get control of the overshield
That's
here.
how
So the
unique
perfect
I am
start here for
with my
Sentinels.
starting
Well,
strats.
Lethal with that kill
I
to
see a
get
1
that
pro do it,
overshield.
and it's like,
What he
work.
can
I'm
do
gonna
with
start
it
doing
now.
that every
Got a
time.
player in this corner. He knows Trippy is up here. He heard him with some of those dynamo grenades. Trippy has gotten his shield back ever since, but that overshield makes this kill so much easier for Lethal. And now with this space, are they going to be able to do anything? Because on the other side of the map,
Way to
Frosty actually
survive,
taken down,
Lethal.
So Lucid, a phenomenal kill to subside this Sentinels push, but still Sentinels in control.
Good start for Sentinels.
they
Got a
have
lot
not
of kills.
conceded a flag on
4-1,
this
they
game
got
type
everyone
all tournament
back
long,
in their
so
base.
something must be going very
They're not really
right
pushing
with
up.
their communications. Let's hop into an Astro listening and see what it's
Oh, we
like.
get an Astro listening. Let's go.
Nothing pushing you yet.
They're always chilling. They never really hype up the comms.
Probably just gonna push it.
Could be weak.
I don't think pushing you.
They're just waiting. Yeah, they're waiting. They wait. They wait.
Rockets, Lucid, they're.
No, one of the.
They're trying to kill TJ.
They wait.
Yeah,
They know.
One
Uh-oh.
market, teach. One of you.
Got us.
Nice job, Teach.
I pushed
They're
three.
treat. No,
Right, Lucid was top rockets, right?
They're 3 weeks still.
Weak their beer.
I'm getting out.
I got spiked. He's on.
Yeah, they're causing.
Grapple.
To market. This is one hit.
Our fruit.
Ooh.
APG.
Good way to control the spread on the gun, though. He didn't just hold it down the whole time. He hit it with 4 bullets, thrust. Try to close them off.
Their side free.
Yeah.
Some hectic communication from Sentinels. A very scrappy game that's underway between these
A lot of
two
these
teams.
games have been scrappy
Neither
today.
able to really get in
Haven't really
behind
seen
any lines
like
or into that base because they're so evenly contested,
people getting
with these
set up.
shots just being drilled across map.
I guess that's the thing. If their game's close, then they don't get a chance to set up. It's just scrappy. But still, it's like, you know, it's not like both teams making great plays back and forth. It's just like scrap. Where like a bunch of time passes, you're like, did anything even happen? That's how this game's today been. That's how this has been.
Can he find the entry pick? No one quite there on his screen yet for Sentinels, so he's going to try and find a pick, but unfortunately,
Nice
players
shots,
seem to be
a lot.
dodging him. A big
Style on
finish
him,
lethal,
a
get
360.
2 down, and he knows Snakebite's in that bent, but he needs to worry about the rest of the base because right now he's being played.
Sound like Jeff
Good help
Sticer.
from Trippy across the map to take him down, and Ola being such a nuisance right now.
And you could just see Pistola's head on a swivel, listening to those callouts, waiting to see where he can strike, where he
He's
can
just
get
spinning in a
influence
circle
with
trying to
his
figure out where
backline.
they're
He
at.
knows there's someone below him down in the Bulldog area, but he's reluctant to
Still
give
being
up this bar
patient.
space. It's so important to control bar
That's
of your
tough.
enemy team.
He was
Peace
waiting for
out.
teammates that whole time, and unfortunately not able to get there as the rest of OpTic Gaming as Ola forced to
He
relinquish
was in
his
there for a
position
long
there
time.
in
I
the
don't know
bar,
how no
but
one
now
got
he's
pushed up
relocated
to
himself
him.
with the flank through big doors.
They must have been just like kind of looking around, waiting, trying to figure out where they're at.
Ola forced to once again stay alive, but look at this life. I mean, Ola has been alive for at least like the last minute, being such a nuisance for Sentinels to try and deal with.
Notice how every
Hit
single
him
time
with
a
the
player, by the way, when they
rocket.
run through the middle of the map, they will
It's
check the
unfortunate.
dynamo nades, they will check
If
the
he
grapple,
just
even
didn't,
though those
if he
callouts are
thrusted
probably
less
coming
far,
from their
is there a way to do that?
Always just got to keep an eye on it as Frosty picks up a big double kill here for Sentinels as they look to try and wrestle back some control on this map.
Nice.
Because they've been on the back foot for quite a long period of time now. It's been a couple of minutes where OpTic have been in their base.
Here we go. Will we see a cap go against the Sentinels team on on CTF Bazaar? The flag already in the middle of the map. Lucid looks to try and slay here, knowing Frosty is going to be weak to that dynamo grenade, but a great job
work to
by
toss the
Ola
flag
and
out.
Lucid to
Oh,
slow
he
this
didn't
game
know he
down.
was there?
Royal 2 has no idea they're still in the bar, and unfortunately for Royal 2, he's down. Lucid on a killing spree.
Well, when it comes to slays, OpTic
He didn't get the
are very
shotty shell
much
off,
winning
though.
in
That would have done a lot of
department,
damage.
but Ola falls as well. Sentinels will get some really important kills, and because of that one, Frosty surely can help try and get a re-hit, but no, still going to be a touch.
They got a
Trippy was
touch
the last
again?
guy alive, does get a touch after getting a double.
Oh,
But
he
what is
flew
the rest
in
of
there.
Sentinels
They
going
got
to do about
Obi.
it? Snakebite hunts down Lucid into the bar off respawn, able to take him down, and with this overshield, a little bit of shield left. He is going to spot Ola in this corner, but
That's
Ola with
something
the
that-
angler
oh.
gets that massive kill.
Tough.
The flag return does
That's
come
something that
through,
people
but a
don't usually
massive
do,
kill
like,
from Ola to
I feel like
once again help defend his
when
base.
you're really
What's
focused, you just like
important,
end
though,
up
is the re came
horse
through from
blinders,
Sentinels,
running
so
to the
Snakebite
flag,
still did
defending
his
the
job, and I
flag.
tell you, even though the Mangler
But he, like,
very powerful right
stayed
now, I don't
focused
think
on
we need
trying
to
to
beat
get the
around
kill.
bush.
He
It's
knew a guy
still
went
not
that way.
easy
He's
to
like,
hit
I'm gonna
those
go get
shots
him.
consecutively on a player
I
like
mean, he lost the
Snakebite,
fight, but-
strafing his way with an overshield against you. So
I
hats
got
off
the
to
ring.
Pistola for still pulling that one off and making sure he got the kill. But Sentinel still not allowing OpTic to get that
Not
ball,
enough.
despite the fact that it's the slaying department. I mean, Lucid's got 12, Trippy and Ola are 11 together. This is scary for Sentinels. They're being outslayed heavily right now.
They're being
Lucid,
outslayed, but they
14
have
to
not
6.
given up a real opportunity to flag cap other than the one
Sentinels
that they
started off
get
hot.
out of the base and into the middle of the map, but Sentinels
Fell
was able
apart.
to get those kills. OpTic Gaming is having to work so hard to try and get this flag out of the base. When you're able to outplay Sentinels to the way that they're doing it, and you still can't get objective done, at some point you have to think that Sentinels is going to get a flag cap on the board, but just like that, OpTic in the base, spot Frosty get the flag out as well. Frosty taking down 3 dead for Sentinels, and the flag being thrown through the big door. by
APG just went
right now.
straight down
This
the
is gonna
middle.
be the first one on the board, and it's in OpTic Gaming's hands.
Two
OpTic's in.
scrims, they couldn't get it done, and
Count
no
it.
one else in this tournament so far has capped the flag against Sentinels on this map, but OpTic finally, thanks to the
This could be that could be the end of the game, honestly. Just a 1-0 flag. I don't understand how all the CTFs are 5 flags.
And rockets as well. So this is a very important time for one of these teams
like this
to try and
map
solidify
should
some map
definitely be
control.
3.
A great dynamo grenade from
Oh, that's so
Unfortunately,
frustrating.
Snakebite reading him like a book. Gets that melee kill. Now it's Snakebite trying to defend this overshield, but Trippy has it on his sight. Able to pick up those fresh dynamo
Shock
grenades,
nades,
put them
man.
to use as well. So a battle bottom middle right now is Lucid able to get a double kill, is going to secure overshield once
Gets
again.
the
And we're
Obi
already seeing
and the
OpTic Gaming
Mangler.
do so much better of a job of controlling the overshield this game. And
That was
what a
great
difference
thrust
it's
to
been.
Great
miss
thrust
the
as well
green
there
gun.
from Lucid, recognizing the chance
good
and
nade, though.
possibility of being a plasma pistol
huge.
in that treehouse.
He's got
thrusting
19.
instantly, and as you say, 19 kills.
Every time
But
Lucid dies, he
19
like
kills,
holds
but
his
only
mic
one
and puts
flag
it
ahead.
closer to his mouth
Although
when
I
he
say
talks.
that, one flag on Bazaar sometimes can be
Why doesn't he
enough.
just have it sit closer to his
will
mouth?
start to become a factor as it continues to tick down.
It's not like
These
there's a
maps
crowd.
and
What's
Sentinels in
not? I don't
control
understand what
in
the
such a
audio
long
issue
time, and
is.
that is largely to do with this man on screen, Lucid, having a phenomenal Game 3 to once again push his team into the lead. 19 kills to his name. You can bet a 20th is on the way
Nice
here
nades.
shortly. The way he's playing, he's got Bulldog in hand.
Nah.
Expects players to be rockets out of the map, but nobody home for Sentinels just yet.
It's such a nice feeling as a player as well when you look towards those stats on, you press back and you're like, oh, I'm absolutely destroying the other team right now. There's going to be so much confidence for Lucid, and he can
The other
play
team's on
whatever
his
way he wants
on his
right
base.
now. I
He's
think that
kind
the
of
kills
just
are
trying
almost
to
coming toward him with
kill
the
the
shots
cover
that he's
fire,
been
I
hitting,
guess.
But that flag is going to be pulled, and Lucid gets spotted out, so he has to fight tooth and nail to stay alive.
This is dangerous,
All right,
though. They
that's
do
fine.
get a
They
pick
got
on the roll,
two.
too. Frosty's going to end up coming back,
Oh,
but Lucid
that's
takes care of both
unfortunate.
of them. Make it 21 for
Shotty's still
The
good
flag
enough
was being run for Sentinels,
take
but
out the
Sentinels can
Mangler.
no longer run this flag. Last two players alive are at Lucid's base, and he has every intention of pushing these guys.
That's
Takes down
unfortunate.
one, has
Look at him.
information on the last, and in the meantime,
Making
OpTic
sure
Gaming are
they can
running
hear
the
him.
flag across the map.
Pistola being a nuisance as well and managing to take down Snakebite, who might have been able to do a job with that Bulldog, but APG gets the flag
where did that
across,
come from?
will go down, but surely there's
That
someone
came
else
from
to
mid-map?
try and pick this one up. Pistola's going to be the closest player
Frosty
at the
was
moment.
mid-map.
Trippy off spawn is there as well. This is looking like it might be 2-0.
Absolutely, this is going to be 2-0. Trippy
Got him.
fun, able to punch that one in on screen. But that was all Lucid. That flag cap right there, you said, oh, he's only got 19. They
Two
only have one
flags?
flag. Whoa, Lucid
We're in
shuts
for
us
a
up
treat,
real
dude.
quick with a few kills of his own that secure a second flag on the
Action-packed
board
game.
for OpTic Gaming.
It's
Oh,
about getting those kills at the right time to allow the team to get the flag across the map, and Lucid did just that. He played it perfectly, also utilized the grapple to get across the map as quick as possible.
shots-
But
dude, he
Snakebite
needed a
behind
nade
enemy
there.
lines should be able
he
to
only
get
gets one.
and
If
will
he
get
had a
enough
nade,
damage to at
that's
least
like
communicate to Lethal
nade,
to maybe pick
3
up one
shots,
more.
3
Man,
kills.
that could have been a big flank for him if he's able to get a few kills right there and get a flag run started. But right now, down 2-0, 3 minutes are just on the clock for Sentinels to try and tie this one up.
Great nade.
And OpTic Gaming don't look to have any idea of slowing down right now. 24 kills. I repeat, 24 in this lobby.
gets
He's almost got
rockets
twice,
out of
he
there.
does have twice as many kills as the next person in line. And Pistola secured these
I mean, at
rockets
this
to
point,
pick up
like,
not one, but some
they would
great
have to
damage
get
under a
super heavily
You heard it's too
outplayed
early
for them to give
Pistola
up
that they
2
feel like
flags
they're
in the
one of
last
the
3
most
minutes.
practiced teams in this
So they can
tournament,
kind of
and I
just chill
think
out, make sure
the
they get some
results that we're
kills, and
seeing
they'll
on
be
the maps
fine.
that arguably are some of the better ones for Sentinels.
Get 'em out of their
proves just
base.
that. They've looked into what they need to improve on,
Lethal
where they
got
can
some
beat these
shots.
teams, and they are demonstrating that they are the real deal here in Game 3.
Snakebite died, so he's safe back there. Just deal with Lethal.
Coming into this
Everyone
event,
else
no
coming off
days off.
spawn,
You
dude.
heard it from Olo, like you said.
Oh,
and
they
those
got 2
days
kills
off,
though.
Because they didn't take any, they may be able to take this trophy home this weekend playing
Oh,
at this level.
you could see the
A phenomenal
friggin'
job
Mangler
from
bullet
Pistola
hit him in the
here to
face. That
flush
was
out
weird.
The last member alive for Sentinels in his base. Now he looks to try and push middle of the map with his team. And Dan, another
Lucid's
minute
on
on the
right
clock
now.
means OpTic Gaming is 2 minutes away
27 and
from
13.
taking Game 3.
Yeah, with 2 minutes left, if you're a Sentinels fan, heart in your mouth, and you're wondering, well, what can we do to actually get back into this game? They just need that one set of slays, regain control, and just start
That's
to get
not
aggressive,
happening
start
while they're
pulling flags.
OpTic's out there getting the
Trying to pull
OBs.
them. I'll credit him there.
Nice
He's trying
reach
to be
out.
getting that
Tried
flag to move, but sometimes it's not as
tried to
simple
throw
as
him
just
off,
getting
didn't
the
quite
flag
work,
out.
but
You need the slays to go
valiant
alongside
effort.
it. A very difficult map is Bazaar. That's why we only see it at 2-0.
You have to figure out a way to shut down Lucid, and unfortunately,
I hate when he
easier
tries
said
to
than
crouch
done
jump
as
up
he
there
had
and
them
slides.
Last
Like, you know what I
overshoot
was
of the
trying to
game
do here.
in his hands there as he was able to put some phenomenal damage, and just being a nuisance in this bar is so difficult to deal with. Look, Snakebite having to run with his tail between his legs. 3 dead for OpTic Gaming. Big kills
Grabbing the mic
come out
again.
of Sentinels, but with 1 minute and 15 on the clock, you got to get the flag running because you need 2 of them.
How much do you think that hat
is?
is? It's not, that's like a designer company, right? Just like any other black hat where it says Balenciaga, so it's probably fucking like $300.
Not just 1, but 2. So
Or a
all these
dinky
kills are
little
great,
baseball
but now
cap.
as they eventually fall, I think that pretty much solidifies this Game 3 going towards OpTic Gaming. Just one
imagine
OpTic
Sentinels get 2
He
caps.
knew exactly where the grenades will be placed when they bank off the wall, that he hid behind the corner and didn't take any damage. It's tiny things like that that Lucid just seems to be a little bit further than everyone else in Halo right now.
Feels like every time we watch him play, we learn something new, and now
Dab 'em up.
we're learning that OpTic Gaming is here to play.
They're just fucking high-fiving each other.
Here in Anaheim because they're 1 game away
What's just happening?
from going to the winners
The timer's like running down,
Yeah,
and then Sentinels just ran, or just like hiding in the base, like whatever. They gave up.
Also just conceding it by saying we're not going to even be trying to pull these flags. So OpTic go 2-1 up.
Now everyone's just hanging
now
out.
Find themselves behind, and we'll look to see whether they can try and take us to a game 5 here on map number 4. Remember, Cloud9 waiting.
Well,
in
it's
that
so
winners
weird.
bracket
They're just
final.
like,
I'm sure both of these teams
shake
would
hands.
love
All
the
right, I'm
chance
done
to try
killing.
and take them on. With that,
I would've got one last
safety
kill,
blanket of
dude.
the elimination bracket below them.
I would've ran in
Rather
and been
slowly
like
battling back through
teabagging
that
at him,
elimination bracket,
hit him with
maybe
the
facing
nade,
them in the grand
kill a
final
few.
where you don't have that
You gotta
second
pad the
chance of
stats
loss.
there, you know?
Big time
Yeah.
plays from the big
That was
time
Trippy
player
giving me
on
the-
screen. That's Lucid. They're in game
You see
3
it?
to push this team over the hump. It was earlier
All right,
today we said Lucid's
2-1,
been having
OpTic. They can
a
close it out next
five
game.
tournament.
Game
4
4.
loading up. It's live fire. Stronghold.
OpTic
No,
was
not
the
ball,
live
it's
fire
live
team
fire oddball.
for all
And
game
we'll see.
modes.
Will
Well, I
Snake
guess
might
it's,
be as
yeah,
impactful
there's
as
3,
he was
so.
against FaZe with
Anyway,
the oddball, or was
let's see
OpTic Gaming
if they can close
more
it
to
out.
stop this
Send
series?
to the losers.
Plenty of death and carnage at bottom middle. Trippy
They
just
win,
about
they're
escapes
guaranteed
with his
top
life,
3.
and Snakebite is going to be the other remaining
Winners
player
finals
who
against
decides to
Cloud9
grab the
tomorrow.
ball. You don't want to be pushing the Mangler unless you've got a heat wave. That's a battle for the ages, and both players decide we don't really fancy it.
Gentleman's agreement to back up reset, but unfortunately Snakebite breaks it. Also takes him down.
Gentlemen?
And with that gets his team.
We'll
Numbers
just tie.
advantage, right back to
Never
the
end
ball
the game.
Snakebite.
Everyone
He
just
sees Royal 2.
lets the
Maybe
time
needs
run
some
out.
help. So he's going
That'll
to
be
drop
fun
that
to
ball
watch.
momentarily, but a trade from Royal 2
Tie.
will secure some ball time here for Sentinels.
Something I will note and touch upon is that I was really impressed with Snakebite in particular in recharge ball earlier on today, and if they can take that same kind of similar ability to
What's the
rotate
Xbox
ball
plays
around
at
map,
the
then
bottom?
they
I
certainly
haven't
do have a chance
figured
of
out what
taking
that's
down
for
OpTic
yet.
here.
All right.
Nice
It's
try.
off. Snakebite, that little nudge. That little
That's so
ring
annoying.
keeps that ball on the map,
That's so
cost Snakebite
annoying.
his life right there. But as we hop on board with Lucid with this snipe in hand, ball in hand as well, let's hop on board with an OpTic Gaming listen, and they seem to be rolling right now.
Top tower.
He was waiting for someone to drop down bottom mid.
I'm rotating. I just
Open field. Open
Two
field.
on
C-box. 2 on
C-box,
C-box.
we got
Another
one
one
here,
there. He's going tower.
Live, guys. I got a Hydra.
C
3 on 3.
box.
Open field on Joey. Weak.
Watch out on OS. Watch out literally behind
Tower
him.
for sure.
Was that a
Watch out
one
nades, watch
shot?
out nades, he's a
Open
mangler.
field
I'm
on
pushing
Joey.
Tower right now. Hit him with the
Mangler
nade.
is
Top tower
going
weak.
dummy door with the Mangler. Sitting nades.
top
Two
tower.
there. 2 nades, guys.
He dropped elbow.
One shot elbow. One
Nice
shot
shot.
elbow.
Nice job. There's someone
On the west and dummy.
One shot on camo. One shot on
Heady,
camo.
hit him with the
One shot on
heady.
camo.
We have
One
heavy
shot on
numbers.
camo.
Joey's getting ball.
I
I gotta teach Lucid how to shoot him in the head.
I'm just gonna
Is
go
that what's going on here?
Just one shot bottom mid. I got him.
Camo's coming, guys. 10 seconds.
Yo, top mid on me. Top mid, guys.
I'm going nest.
It's one shot, tires, one shot going dummy
One
door
shot
right now.
tires.
It's top mid.
On dummies,
Camo's
I
up.
love that he's
Weak
doing
crossing.
that.
Get ready to play that,
Shot
Joey.
crossing, dummy.
Trippy's face is in the monitor.
Toss it, Joey.
Elbow. Got shots.
Oh, it bounced over.
Jumping top nest.
He's got lucky there.
Well, Lucid picks up right where he left off. That snipe not missing many of those shots, doing so much damage. But it is still Sentinels with a 6-point lead for now. Camo in the hands of Lethal.
Headshot.
He's able to take down APG. Unfortunately, Rule 2 does go down with the ball, so that puts Lethal in a very difficult
Lethal
situation
chilling with
here.
the
He's gotta play his
camouflage.
life. No
Ooh,
ball
they
time
don't
will
see
be
him?
required now.
Ah.
And once again, OpTic Gaming hunting that camo
That would've
player
been huge
down,
if he
taking
got
him
out
down
of there.
before he's able to do too much. Bodes well for their opportunity
2
here
minutes in.
at least round 1.
Camo here is
No one's got 20
I think
seconds
it's
yet.
important actually for OpTic Gaming because
Scrappy.
they haven't been too good at grabbing those power-ups, and if it was an overshield, then I feel like that might actually give a little bit of an advantage to Sentinels. It is the stronger power-up in my opinion, but the camo still can play a big difference too. Lucid's been able to find a heat wave. It always seems like there's something in his hands
That's
that
so
can make a
annoying.
difference, but look at the grenade placement.
He's probably sitting there like, dude, I swear,
Trippy
that was
picking up
4.
this new snipe, also picking up the heat wave, all the power in the map, and Trippy
If he had a
sees
nade, it
what he
would've
can do with it. Here as he
Maybe
throws
get
a
an
nade.
easy double kill.
Doesn't know if that nade hit
Ends up
anybody,
getting
but it did
either.
rock a player to no shield. That's an easy assist for Trippy. You see the plus 50 points on screen. Trippy gonna have to stay alive here. Though.
Do
Can't
something
quite get that
crazy,
no
dude. Come
scope.
on, let's see it.
And with this combination of power weapons in hand, as he loses teammates, he doesn't want to give these away. What does he choose? He chooses to push Royal 2 goes
He
down.
was gonna go
a
for
big
it.
kill.
Oh!
Even out the odds here, but
Damn.
Trippy wisely playing his life so well. Repulsing over the door doesn't give him a sight line to take him down.
He wasn't
Immediately
even
replaces
trying to shoot him. He was
himself
just
bottom middle, able to find
full
that
on
kill,
survival
denied ball
mode.
time. And Trippy doing everything he can to stop Sentinels as his team was getting
Shotty snipe.
Yeah, a really enjoyable life to watch there from Trippy with his movement from the repulsor and his ability to be aggressive when he needs
Re-peek,
to.
that was
even though he does give
ambitious.
these weapons away, he certainly made a difference in that little period of play, and Frosty looking to maybe take control of the camouflage here as well. Should be able to do so. It doesn't look like anyone from OpTic Gaming is going to try and contest that, and I think that just says
Did that
how
make
they
him pick
feel
up
about the camo.
quicker? No.
Yeah, Frosty opting to not try and push with his team here.
Why'd
but
he
to
do
wait
that?
for camo.
There's got to be a reason for
OpTic
it.
Gaming did
He
give that
dropped the
camo away.
weapon.
In the meantime, they've racked up some ball time. Ball
Obi
carrier
came
does
up
get
and he
ripped
picked up a
as
weapon.
Frosty looks to push elbow. A nice assist as well. Can Frosty stay alive? Yes. Roll 2 keeps him alive, and now last player alive is going to get a play ball, so that's big by whoever that is. Back green.
Dude, no one's holding the ball.
That was able to get that ball off
Where's the
map.
random
Reset
teammate
the
out
ball
there
to
trying to
bottom
yell
middle,
at
and
him?
that's gonna be a pretty
Play the
annoying play ball for
objective.
Sentinels to
Play
deal
the
with, seeing
objective.
that they had all 4 dead.
Like,
Well, ever since
we're
Frosty
almost
has got this
4
sniper
minutes
and
into
he
this
was
round.
on
It's
a tear, but I think
35-20.
this might be the end of his life very soon. Has to
Wow,
retreat
he
and
went
get
for
the
it.
needler, but unfortunately not able to find the kill.
I want a
Respect the
needler kill.
attempt. Unfortunately, the needler not being the best gun he could have had in that
Hey.
situation. Also, not having the shield to take down.
Speak for
Pistola
yourself,
was a
Clutch.
big problem. Pistola taking down.
Huge
Snakebite
Needler
with a little
fan.
bit of
It's my
help
favorite
from
gun.
Trippy there as he tries to play his life. Trippy with that ball already over to green, and OpTic Gaming doing a great job of controlling the ball, playing it when necessary, and rotating to a perfection.
Yeah, neither team's really been able to get an
Frosty's
ideal
just
setup.
full
But
sending
not
it.
really a setup at all throughout this game, and that's why
Teammate.
we see only 1 minute
Ooh,
left on
Lethal
the
gets
clock
him.
and only 40 points to the highest scoring team. Even
I guess
though we've
that
got
push
this
didn't
little
work
green
out.
setup at the moment, it means that ball is definitely
Send
going
2 down.
hurtling off the map if Sentinels are able to close the gap, and maybe Lethal needs to try and lead the charge here. But at the moment, he's bottom middle, and he needs to wait for the rest of the team. They need to try and collapse onto green here. They can't allow too much time to go in favor of OpTic.
Yeah, this is an impossible situation to get the better of OpTic Gaming as they do get the slaves.
That didn't
Once
really
again,
help.
3 dead for OpTic, but
The repulse,
Sentinels need to
since
be in
he
a
didn't even
position
go
to
for
get
a
this ball
melee.
away from bottom middle of their own, and unfortunately still nobody there in order to do so. And look at that, OpTic Gaming have bought enough time to come off spawn, take down Snakebite, and once again have a great chance
Ooh,
to
he
compete for the next
switched
power
that
up.
Well, it now gets to
mid-shot.
the point where it's quicker for OpTic Gaming to just keep this ball on
So
the floor
clean,
rather
such
than
a good
pick
call.
it up. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just try and play Slayer here, bait this ball, watch where Sentinels are coming from, and just stop them
62-24
from picking
OpTic.
up.
I saw this movie once, and the first time around, Lucid popped off with the snipe. Let's see what he can do with it this time.
It'd be crazy if they
around.
still
He's
end
gonna
up hitting 100
relocate
after all that.
into bottom middle, and this is a tough
Ooh,
shot, but
headshot.
tough shots making it look easy. Is Lucid already finding one? 2 members go down for Sentinels, and 70 points and climbing. OpTic Gaming have a phenomenal round 1 here in our game 4 on the back of Ola's 17 kills.
Well, OpTic moved this ball
Ooh,
to an even
where
more
did he jump
difficult
off? The
position for
edge
Sentinels
on the
to
side
try
of
and
that?
grab it
Ooh,
in
that went
open
through his
field
legs.
Over towards the power-up, and with 10 seconds left, it has to be now. Someone from
It's gonna
Sentinels
be
needs to grab
really
this ball.
tough for a Sen to
Someone
even
from Sentinels
hold the
does.
ball
Frosty
and just
on
not
that
let
ball
the 6
in order
seconds
to get
go
some
out.
time accumulated. Unfortunately, Snakebite does find one, but damage is traded out. 2-on-2 situation now, and with 6 seconds left, Sentinels cannot afford to drop that ball for too
Ooh.
long. But you know the
He
pressure
left
is
him the
coming
snipe.
off the
Oh,
game.
he has
Snipe in
snipe
hand.
mangler?
Lucid finds one with the mangler, knows that there's a player to his left, tries to stay alive, but actually ADS is
Ooh.
to the right, and because of it, Lethal gets the better of him there. But I mean, this is terrible.
I mean, you
Sentinels
don't want to be out
do
there.
lose their ball carrier for
You
a
literally
moment, but
can't
they
afford
cannot
to have
drop this
the
ball any longer with
ball
1
go off the
second
map.
remaining.
1 second remaining. They will drop it. Can they get the touch? No, they can't. And the first round goes in favor of OpTic. Sentinels just a little bit too late to find some
That was
heat
crazy.
in this
Round
map.
1.
And that now means OpTic Gaming are 1 round away from taking the series and finding
They
themselves
could do
in
it.
that winner's final against Cloud9.
What a big round. for
I
Pistola
would be
there.
really
So many
surprised
kills
if this
to
map
his
doesn't
name,
go
helping
game
the
5,
squad
right?
out, getting the rotations, but it was really all of OpTic getting that perfect
like,
ball
come on.
rotations that gave him the advantages to take that round 1.
I mean, I
Lucid
guess it's
already
winners.
pressing his advantages here in round 2.
All right,
Up 2
winners.
players
You guys
right
aren't
now,
knocked
they have
out?
ball in hand,
Yeah,
so
okay,
quick
fine.
to get it after
Do
those
it in
kills,
4
but
OpTic.
not expecting Frosty to
Fine
be
by
there.
me.
Gets back smacked, and now Frosty with snipe in hand can do just what Lucid did in the first round.
What lessons did Sentinels learn from that round 1 then? Do they know that they need to be perhaps prioritizing these ball time a little bit more, scrappy time being picked up here or there,
No.
as Frosty manages to get 1.
That would've
Will
been
make
sick.
it 2 after the melees, but with the camouflage
Frosty.
repositioned to help this ball,
Let's see it.
and OpTic
I want a
are gonna have to be a
360
little
no
bit more patient
scope.
about their push.
20 points in climbing. Sentinels have a setup, able to hold this setup. You never saw the house setup
Nope.
once in the first round already.
No one got set up at all. Most time was freaking OpTic just like kind of running the ball around at the end.
He does get naded out, is taken down, and in a 2-on-2 situation, it puts Snakebite in a very difficult position, but he's got information.
Almost got him.
He's got the heat wave in hand. He's got the first kill. Trippy's back here as well. Can he get the
Peekaboo.
second? Gets
That's
Trippy
unfortunate.
to no shield, but great shots from Trippy to trade that kill out.
It's so weird, dude. It feels like the heat wave bounces a million times and always hits you on the rebound, but then like it just doesn't do much damage. Because when you do that at a one-shot, dude, it just doesn't
The
kill
survivability of
ever.
every one of these players is impressing me. Every single time they play their lives perfectly, as Royal 2 manages the double but gets beaten down eventually. 34 in favor of 0 to Sentinels. A great setup to open things up for Sentinels, but they need to do something similar if they are going to take down OpTic Gaming.
The battle for House was epic, but in the meanwhile, the ball did reset bottom middle, so OpTic Gaming not able.
Like we already got 34 seconds, a minute off the clock.
Even though they won that battle,
Minute
House
20.
was so intense. Right now, Camo is coming up, and unfortunately, the shield not
battle.
being strong enough to keep Lethal alive while it was coming up, so that's going to go into the hands of
He gets the
Pistola.
camo.
Pistola with
Dude, I
camo
die
could
in
be
this
lethal.
position every time.
But
The
will
nades,
that
I
be
can
the
never
case
avoid
here?
the
Now
nades,
Pistola
man.
tries to slow the game down a bit.
Pistola's got the information onto Snakebite, but isn't going to chase that one because he doesn't want to be walking into grenades. That's what's very important with these players, is knowing when to not chase a kill and when to just reposition and give the information to the rest of your team.
A very interesting route.
I feel like he was going to try and wait and get the assassination.
By a heat wave shot.
3 dead Sentinels, though.
The last player alive. You see OpTic Gaming
This could
wanna
be
get
the
over
last
that
round
ball,
of
and it's gonna be Trippy that
their
picks it
winners
up.
round.
Snakebite has gone into
I don't know
house.
why, dude. I keep thinking the
Snakebite
loser's
staying
about
alive
to
in
get
this
knocked out.
situation is big, but unfortunately
Because we
now,
already sent
the
FaZe
response
home.
to Sentinels not able to get there just in time, and they're going to have to push 3v4.
It's an unorthodox position for Trippy right now, holding that ball over towards the camo, but eventually now we'll move it into House, and perhaps we're going to see OpTic's first setup of this round. So it's going to come down to how well Sentinels can break it. OpTic managed to do it after around 30 points, but where are Sentinels in terms of their position? Because they've got to be careful. They can't go bottom middle, otherwise they'll be walking
Battle
straight into
tied
Trippy.
up
And elsewhere,
already.
2 kills have gone in favor of OpTic, so this is going to be another push. that
It felt
Sentinels
like-
have to
like-
probably retreat from.
I don't know. It felt like that was really easy for him. They got one setup already, like, pretty much gained the lead. Like, it feels like the Sentinels really battled for that first 34 seconds or whatever. And then I was like, one time we got the ball,
Where are the grenades going to
and
go?
50 points.
You've all got to work together. Frosty trying to get bottom middle, but Lucid's watching the angle perfectly. And OpTic Gaming is starting to get closer and closer towards winning this
Slays
series
are
now,
pretty
and
even.
that's naturally going to generate a little bit of
Got
nervousness
Snakebite at 10, Lethal at 1.
Pressure is on the Sentinels boys right now.
1 and 7, that's rough.
Another body shot and Frosty
Oh,
got
I
the
would
kill
be
came
so
through,
mad.
But great damage from Lucid so far with the snipe. I love this relocation.
Shots
to
just
bottom
ain't
middle.
hitting.
He's gonna be able to
It's
play
so
killers.
frustrating.
Lucid doing a great job of winning
Shoots
that
him in
body
the
shot
toe.
narrowly under Lethal's toes, and it's toe shots that could make the difference.
Honestly, watching Lucid play sometimes,
That
you
would've
think
been
he's a mouse and
nasty.
keyboard, not
It looked like
controller
he
with
had
the way
him.
he moves around the map and how quick he can flick.
He is so
Not
goddamn
able
quick,
to
man.
connect with a couple of those shots, but he's still alive. He's
Watching
still
too
doing
much
damage,
Lucid
and he's still
gameplay.
being
I'm
a
gonna be
pain in the
sliding around
backside
dying.
of the Sentinels roster.
Most importantly, taking down Frosty several times in this one life. One player.
There's a reason I'm
the
not
best
playing
in the
right
world,
now,
another
you know?
player considered the best in the world.
I can't
And
be
we're
trying to be
seeing
lucid
the
out
better
there.
of Frosty, giving OpTic Gaming the advantage here in round 2.
Oh my goodness
Ew.
gracious! Doesn't connect with the second one, but the first was done.
That's all you can
enough.
do. You need
Double
to
kill.
freaking
Maybe you can even
be
try and
at.
play for a triple, but instead just gives the information to the rest of the team.
Just
I
getting
was
ready to
going
avoid
say,
nades.
can
Let
Sentinels
Trippy
get
come
that
in and
ball
get the
to tower?
kill.
Can we see a proper setup for the Sentinels team? But unfortunately, it was shut down immediately just from that one single sniper headshot.
I mean, he's killed Frosty 6 times in this one life. He's doing
That's
everything
crazy.
he can to shut him down. Finally, Lucid's reign of terror is ended, but is the
He's talking like he's a
76
football coach, giving the
points and
plays,
climbing to
calling the
try and
plays
close
for the
out
quarterback.
This game. It would be the end of the winner's bracket run for Sentinels if OpTic Gaming can just keep it up for 2 more minutes.
They got the finals tomorrow during the Super Bowl,
With
dude.
those shots, 84-46, and
I wanna watch
Sentinels,
the Super
even though
Bowl,
they're on the
man.
back foot, this is still very
Well, mostly
winnable. They
because
will
people
pick
are
the
gonna be in
ball
my
up.
house.
They have been able to spot out the
Can't be
remaining
like, yeah,
players
I'm
from
gonna go
OpTic, so
watch-
they're looking to try and
watch
take
a Halo
advantage of it.
tournament
They need
instead.
to find Lucid. They need
Sorry,
to shut
guys.
Lucid down. Finally, they get that kill.
But it makes them work so
Go
hard
for
for it. He
it.
draws so much attention. The ball's over at
Nice.
tower, so now Sentinels
And he
has to
lives.
fight
I
back
can't believe he didn't
towards
get shot in
tower
the
to
back.
help their ball carrier. They do
They
get a
chased
kill
him
on
down, no
pillars,
worries.
but unfortunately they do lose numbers for now. A great kill on tower. This is a very important kill. Lethal needs to kill Pistola. He hits a little bit of help from roll 2, and because of it, Ola does lose his life. Camo coming up as well. And this could be the power curve in the setup that Sentinels need.
Well, this could be good news, though, for OpTic, because they're going to be on the
They need to just get to 100 here.
APG, I think,
Because
was the one who picked it
OpTic,
up, him or Pistola.
one
APG
little
has
break,
to
and then
stay
you
alive
like
because he could be such a big
barely have the
influence
time to make
for
a full
breaking this
push.
setup. But as we've said,
16 seconds will be like, you can't do what you want to do. Yeah, because you're like short on time.
This ball carrier is, he is going to be able to play it. So Sentinels
Ball
do get a play ball. Good shots on the lethal to take him down. APG
This is going to be a scrapyard.
On that next ball reset, he knows players
The last 15 seconds.
And APG knows all.
Damn, you knew they were going to spawn there? I would have just always assumed like garage at least. Not like on C.
OpTic not quite able to get that ball out of bottom middle and escape, though. Sentinels just doing enough to watch those angles, to nade it, to be a nuisance. And both teams know, if you are all 4 dead once more, you will lose this map.
8 points to get to a round 3.
They got it.
With ball in hand, following his teammates bottom middle. Is anyone
We're
from
going
OpTic
round 3.
there? No. Frosty getting it
Good
done.
round,
The rest
boys.
of Sentinels clutch up, and with the pressure, with their backs against the wall, they will force a 3rd round here in game 4.
OpTic probably looking at themselves saying, what went wrong? We had a 40-point lead. We were looking comfortable.
They were.
Tower setup
let
is
them
what
hold
went
too
wrong.
long.
Every single time we've seen this game go towards OpTic, it's been a house setup, a green
The
setup.
tower setup always
really
seems like it's the
favors
best,
Sentinels.
but then
better be looking at their monitors, talking about
I
round
never
3
hold
right
it when
now,
I'm playing
because
with
if
people.
they're focused on what just went wrong, they are in trouble. They need
It's like
to
we
close
got the
door on
setup,
series. They do not want to
always
go
end
to
up
a
getting
game 5.
naded out of tower with the
50%
ball.
win rate in game 5s, but
That
just
or
right
like
now,
no one's
they
freaking
start
watching
off round
anything.
3 as hot as they came. 4 dead for Sentinels, sniping Lucid's hand, and you couldn't have written a better picture if you're a Green Wall fan.
Well, they're able to get the ball away.
How'd you know?
Camouflage has just popped, and Lucid's going to be able
I'm
to
Team
watch it
OpTic,
with this
bro.
sniper rifle. So you'd imagine they are going to be in a position to
keep-
grab this. And if they do
I'm so
grab
stupid.
it,
I keep
along
thinking,
with
like,
the
why is he
ball
not
time
pulling the
they're currently
trigger,
collecting,
dude? I just see the
Sentinels will very
red.
much be on the back foot
Ooh.
as Frosty just narrowly misses that one.
I don't even know how that missed, but Lucid can't seem to find the damage that he so often finds, and because of it, Sentinels break the setup. 3 dead. APG, last player alive, back tower, does play the ball once again.
I'll have to
A
get the
30
first 30
point
real
lead
quick.
is a substantial lead, but all it will take is one of these Sentinel setups to get right back into it.
Frosty's the one who gets the camouflage, but it's not going to be used at the moment. Instead, he's just going to take these battles, and he doesn't care if his camo dissipates. Needs to help Royal 2 get that ball away, which he should be able to do. Royal 2
not
has to
quite.
just retreat in the end.
I'd
But
love to see Royal 2 be able to accumulate
Just a
some kind of
cellmate
ball
stare
time
down
here, but
from bottom.
unfortunately, because he was no shield, he didn't feel comfortable holding onto that ball. There he goes. He's finally able to pick it up, but it does look
Nice
like
shot.
we're going to have OpTic Gaming pushing from green as well. Good shots and a good kill. OpTic Gaming, 3 dead right now. Sentinels able to get some time, significant right now. And if they
you
can find
leaving?
This last player alive, I believe he's
Oh,
actually a
see ya,
tower.
bro.
Maybe he's a bridge, but they should get right back into this 3rd round.
I am. You can be
Sentinel's
in.
kind of confused at the moment, looking around, not knowing when to go, but sometimes this is the
What'd you
best
say?
ball time for you when you are not really controlling
There
the
you
map
go.
at all, and you have to kind of
We'll
fight
see.
your way out. If you do survive,
Later.
if you do get those kills, you managed to rack up
I didn't
so
realize
much ball time.
anyone was
and
back there.
already we see the 0
Oops.
turn into a 25. Sentinels really getting back into this round number 3.
Lethal rotating all the way from Brute Hall back green through house, and this is a perfect rotation. Sentinel showing you that it's not just recharge they can do this on. They can do it on live fire as well. Trippy picks up an ever so important kill under Royal 2. That's
I
going to
just feel like
Sen's
gonna end up taking it.
OpTic Gaming have their eyes set to
They
push
always
through,
do,
but you know the
man.
play ball's coming
That
through, so
team,
Trippy
for
doesn't
whatever
wanna push
reason,
all the
just
way. But Lethal
back against the
waiting
wall,
for
always
last second to
figures it
play that
out.
ball. Such a smart play to reset the map now, and Sentinels all of a sudden
That's
with a
annoying.
50-point lead.
He shot him through the legs.
As well. That's absolutely
Dude was doing a
massive
split in the
for
air.
Sentinels, because it means OpTic, they're not going to have too much of a player advantage when it comes to the spawns. But as I say that, the kills come through from Ola and Lucid, and Snakebite was the last remaining player. But is he back tower? He's going to be on bridge and actually manages to take down the ball. Another big kill.
APG tries his best to get the ball all the way to
Getting
green.
ready.
Does end up giving his life to do so. Will this work out in OpTic's favor? You see, Lucid
Thought he
trying
was
to milk
gonna
as much time as
commit
he can.
die there.
Unfortunately, forced to play the ball.
Go
and
for a
the pressure
swim.
from Sentinels are going to be too much for him over at green. They get 2 dead, and right now the last 2 players alive for OpTic are bottom.
I thought that was
The
an
fact
8
that
at
we're
his
seeing
feet
this
for a
ball being
second.
moved to green over and
Stupid
over
drop
again
wall. I hate
suggests how
that thing.
nervous
Like,
both
barely
these teams
works.
are right now. You want to put the ball into a place where you can play it so quickly. Just
It is
so
actually
these
very
kills
useful,
don't go in
but
your favor. I'd say
He gets really
maybe
annoying.
Don't be scared. Maybe
How long
take
it takes
to
to
that
drop.
perfect
He always throw it
over
down and
towards
just
that.
dies.
can
You wait
still
for it
play
to
it
pop.
back. I know it's a little bit more more risky.
Pop
But
up.
that's where Sentinels have found their success at that tower setup, but also their rotations from Brutes has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, but they're not going to let them rotate it this time around. And OpTic Gaming are cutting off multiple different angles here. Frosty surrounded
I wouldn't dare.
with
Yo,
no
shoddy
friends
snipe.
around. As he lost multiple members on his team, he's going to relocate the house. A wise decision as he had both power weapons on the
There we
map.
go.
He has Snipe now in hand, chooses
Snipe
to drop
AR,
the
love
heat
that.
wave for a teammate. That teammate is now going to be able to push. Frosty with an AR in his back pocket, limited. And what he's able to do is he pushed up for
See, that's the
Camo.
thing
He's
that's
taken
so
down
weird.
immediately, and with Camo coming up,
Like,
that
here,
could be
I'll
a
give you
massive
this
kill from
heat wave.
Frosty didn't
I'm
get
keeping the
opening
sniper.
with the shot,
So we
but
can
at
get
least
all
he did
set up,
distract
boom.
them. If APG
Didn't even get
got
to
that
use the
kill,
sniper,
that might have
really.
been the round going in favor of OpTic.
Didn't
I'm
get
going to
the
be completely
camo.
honest with you, but Snakebite stays alive. Can opt to pick this ball up. Royal 2's got hold of the sniper rifle, takes down Trippy, and is going to have the
Cano's
camouflage
out.
as well. Everything's looking good for Sentinels.
He
at
said
the
he had the
moment.
sniper. He
because
didn't know the
APG
sniper.
doesn't get that kill,
Was
doesn't
probably out of
play the
ammo.
ball. Sentinels now have a perfect setup. They've acquired that camo as well. And Royal 2 had found
Boom.
3 kills in that entire span, but now he's looking to do more as he
Another
finds
one.
4, now 5, make it a killing spree for Royal 2.
It's a
Not
killing
a
spree, but elsewhere
spree, dude.
Lucid was able to get in, kill the ball, and not allow the play to happen. But Snakebite's going to try and rotate this one as he did
He
so
knew he
well
was
in
waiting.
recharge, and he will get the kill. Sentinels move that ball over towards House. Still plenty of time on the clock, but most importantly, Sentinels need 20, OpTic need 40.
Pivotal battles being won by Sentinels right now here in Game 4 to push this to a Game 5. The ball is down on scoreboard. Nobody on Sentinels able to get that ball.
Damn,
as
it would
they
be
did
so
have
fun to be
3
this
dead,
good,
but
man.
OpTic Gaming right off spawn, able to get a few
I
kills of their own,
wish.
get that ball in hand, and now 15 points
The
separate.
game's way more fun when
OpTic
you're not
have
getting
been
shit
far
on,
more
right?
comfortable setting up in towards House. I think we know it. Sentinels know it as well. They can't allow this setup to be too strong, and they've done just that. They've got the kills.
Yeah,
they
team.
forced that ball back up into the opening, but it's still Lucid being a thorn in the side.
Well, that was such a big kill by Lethal. I can't speak about it enough. He ignores Lucid. He knows Lucid's pushing him nest, but he focuses on the ball carrier because that ball carrier will play that ball if he gets out. Now 10 points. It forces Lucid to try and push
There it
Snakebite here.
is.
He does get the kill. Can he find the double under roll?
Great
two?
use of the
answer is yes,
repulsor.
but is anyone bottom middle for OpTic Gaming to capitalize now? 33 points will be needed for OpTic Gaming to
33.
stop the comeback
They
from
can do
happening.
it.
Jesus,
Oh no.
Lucid is on a tear at the moment. It just seems
Dude,
like
no
everything
way.
he tracks onto
This could
falls
be
to
it.
the floor. 80 seconds tick by
APG
for
got
OpTic
camo.
Gaming, and the camouflage was
He
there.
died,
Snakebite
though.
will
I was
take him
gonna say,
down. This Sentinels
4
roster
out
is gonna
there, though.
push
They know
all
where
the way
everything
on
is.
camo side, but Lucid can get the backstab.
Oh my God, the repulsor
No,
on Royal 2
no.
takes them down, but the
Oh,
play
they
ball
had to
comes
play it.
through, so Lucid gets a double kill, having a killing spree of his own to answer Royal 2's, but that play ball, it's bottom
APG's
middle
ready
now.
to grab
13 points is all they need right now. APG repositions himself to get that ball bottom middle. Nades come through. Players no shield.
9.
Lucid in such a difficult position here. APG
He was
gets
playing
taken
that
down there,
like
but Lucid
like it
gets
was
his
about
shot
you
back,
need 3
turns around,
seconds or
predicts
something.
Royal 2 back tower, finds that kill.
Where's
but
the ball?
2 kills
No,
get
where's
traded
the
out.
ball?
Where's the ball? Snakebite's got the ball. You've got to go after
How'd
him.
that
It looks
happen?
like no one's there to contest it.
Like, it looked like they
Surely
were
not
killing
here
it
from
there, and
Sentinels.
they went 3 down.
100. We're going to a game 5.
I don't know
No
why you
way,
said that
man.
so excited.
Classic
We've had game
Sentinels.
5s every
I
series.
told you,
It was
man. It feels like they
predictable.
always
It was
win
the
it.
only thing that stands true throughout this weekend.
Calm
Each
down. Tell him, Lucid.
team
APG's
winning their
nervous.
non-favorable
Damn.
game types
They
throughout
had
the
it, man.
series,
They
and now we
choked
have
it.
a game 5
All right,
on our
game
hands,
5.
and the
Let's
winner's
see it.
bracket's more.
Another
OpTic
Recharge
Gaming
Slayer game
and
5.
Sentinels
Let's see
on
it.
Recharge Slayer.
And Recharge Slayer is one of my
Winner
favorite
gets
game
top
5s
3.
because it can be fast-paced.
Loser
but it can
goes down
slow
into the
down at
gauntlet.
Just those right moments where you can cut the tension with a knife. But off the
Read
rip,
control
both teams
side.
having the battle in
Read control.
control.
Read
An
control.
OpTic Gaming 3-push catwalk strat to open it up. Frosty finds the first pick. It looks like Camo's disappeared for now, but where did
it?
it go? It's on the
Died
ground.
with
A
it.
kill onto the Camo player is what had happened, and that's
I
going to
don't-
allow Snakebite
oh,
to
he got
punch
it
it
off
into his
still.
chest. But a great job by OpTic to deny that from
I
getting
always
any
like
further.
Let's go
spam,
back
like
to
hit
Aquarius
it, hit it,
right
hit
at
it,
the
and they
start
like
of
never
this
do
series.
that.
The
They're like,
Aquarius Slayer, where it was camouflage
I'll
after
pop it if I have a
camouflage,
time,
going
if a
in
chance,
favor
you know?
of Sentinels. It was Snakebite always getting it as well. We need to keep an eye on these camos as they come up, but the first one is going to be irrelevant. 6-4 in favor of OpTic.
APG with 3 kills to his name
6-4.
already. Tripling the amount of kills he had in that last round, and that's a phenomenal job by him to start
OpTic
this
looked
game
like
off with the
they-
right foot, build some
I don't know.
confidence as he
Good
needs
start for
to
him,
pick
but
it up. This entire OpTic Gaming team
for
wants to
whatever
win this
reason,
series
Sentinels
so
just always
desperately.
come out
A
on top.
rival on the other side of the stage
We'll
is
see.
Sentinels, and
I'm betting on
Lucid opting
Sentinels.
to go
Where
for
you got your
sword
money
now
on?
screen. Going to go for repulsor as well. Has got himself a very powerful kit, but on the opposite side of the map, Frosty does have that shock rifle, and we know what he can do with it as well.
And I think that's why Lucid went
Let's
to
see
get
some
that story.
shock rifle
Kill
clips,
feed.
baby.
Frosty's getting kills.
Frosty hit him with the
shock
360.
Rifle. I need a power weapon as well. I need to control this side of the map because Frosty's
mind.
been controlling the other side.
He's got 2 of them?
With those
Look how
kills,
much ammo he's
Frosty
got.
still finds him and Sentinels behind by
You
2.
get
but
2
at least
extra
it makes them
clips?
scared to push this OpTic roster. They're reluctant to push out into the open, and that allows Sentinels just to set up a little bit, take some map control around the turbine area.
I like this. The game's starting to slow down. Frosty with 5 kills already. You can bet that he wants to be the game changer here with this shock
Let's
rifle.
see it.
Will OpTic
He's going to
Gaming
take over.
allow Frosty the opportunity to get a kill here? You know, they just saw
This is
him
gonna
up
be a
here. They
slow
know
one,
he has
huh?
that shock rifle. Lucid being such
Shoulder
a
peek.
pesky player in that
Almost.
top window, and he knows that
It
he's
was a
buying time for
distraction.
Trippy to try and push. Trippy's rocked to no shield, but Trippy's still alive.
He was literally
survived
being
that?
baked there.
No
He was saying
way.
to Trippy, I'm going to poke, wait for the shot, and then you go. But there was also cover for Frosty. Both teams at the moment have a crossfire. They've all set up across the map. But here comes the flying players to try and assist. The
Got
trade
the
comes
extra
through.
BR shot, got the trade.
The trade does come through, but Lucid in the meantime able to pick
Camo
up this
sword.
camo. Has
Ooh.
sword as well. Lethal knows he has sword. Unfortunately, Lethal gonna go
Yeah.
down as well, and Lucid goes right back for his repulsor, and I love this by him, not forgetting that he dropped repulsor there. And he can use all of the
Nice
sandbox
try.
to his utility now.
Also, Lucid
Trying to
knows
steal
he really wants
kills.
to take control
Lucid,
of these
come
kind
on,
of
man.
close quarter areas with
Is he
this
gonna hit
sword.
it?
So that's why he's heading back
There
to
we go.
control at the
Ooh.
moment.
Okay,
Frosty
makes
is
me
in
feel
there
better. I missed
and
that jump
waiting
sometimes.
And maybe surprised, but is
Missed it
Lucid failing
again.
this jump, or is he just trying to get information? I don't really care because I'll always watch his POV and enjoy it.
Absolutely. He says, I'll make this jump. Maybe not, but Nate come through, so it's probably better that he doesn't make the jump. Unfortunately, because
definitely
Lucid
did that one on
not able to
purpose.
impact the game just yet, he does lose his teammate, Noah does get taken down as well, and that's a little bit of a blunder. Not often do you see Lucid
Boom.
miss jumps, but it works out in Trippy's favor. He's got the kill with the sword, and not only
Shotty
that, now he's
snipe,
top shot,
sword
top
snipe.
BR with a shock rifle in hand.
Frosty has 8 kills right now. Lethal and Royal 2 still yet to find one. But
I
of
want a
course,
double
a
goose
couple of
out of you
assists here and
guys.
there for them,
And you'll
but
probably
maybe
still
they need
win.
to catch up with Frosty in terms of the
Uh-oh.
damage
I mean,
output
why?
as Lethal re-peaks, and Trippy will say thank you very much for the free kill.
Disrespectful was that repeat on the Trippy, and Trippy makes him pay immediately. 7 kills separate OpTic Gaming and Sentinels right now, and Trippy finds himself the 18th kill.
This is not good news for Sentinels. Already down by 8, and all the goodies are in the hands of OpTic Gaming right now.
OpTic was up
Humango is
18-11 in
there,
the
and-
first layer.
Yep, I thought so. Lucid is going to be there and says, thank you very much. I'll put that in my back pocket.
I'll cover you, bro. You go get the mangler. Nice job. Now Trippy just with 1 shot in this shock rifle left, trying to use it to help his team secure this camo. But if he misses this, he's only gonna have a BR to play around. Lucid does find a kill, a melee kill in the kill feed right there. You have to think that mangler coming into use right now for him. Trippy
Dude,
trying
they're
to
so
finish
good
off
at using
Royal
the
2.
repulsor
Actually
when
gets
people are
repulsed
going for
back. It works
melees.
out in his favor as he does get that kill. Royal 2 still killless in a game 5. You know that won't last long.
Lethal
but OpTic
scoop
Gaming,
2 though.
21-12 now.
0-5,
as they've
tough
been
start,
able
but
to take the lead here, but Frosty does have
Will he
camo,
bounce
makes his way
back?
all the way to sword, and I love this by Frosty because he hasn't activated
You know
the
people
camo
are
yet.
gonna be
He
making
wants to
the
use
formal
entire
comparisons
allotted
if,
time that camo will
they
give
lose
you
here,
in order to have success to get
and
his
Royal
team
2
back into this
doesn't,
game.
like,
Didn't even want
does
to waste a sword snipe
hopefully
as well.
gets a
9
kill.
kills for Frosty, and definitely the chance to get
0-5.
them back into it right now.
Doesn't
with the
pull
camo
off,
and sword.
20
Because no matter
kills
where he
and
goes,
27
you've
or
got two
whatever
decisions.
Formal
You
was
can
in
try
that
and
last
push
game.
over towards Elevator, or you can just dominate the gold area. It looks like Elevator is going to be the choice. He's already seen 1, but patience here as he knows there's more.
Great route.
One wisely, Trigger
Free
discipline.
double.
I guess this Trigger discipline with the sword finds 2. Does get taken down. And Trippy with the double, the perfect kill as we barely
killed his teammate.
narrowly saw
He killed
the end
all
of
of
it,
that,
but
didn't
that's Trippy swinging numbers back into OpTic Gaming's favor and keeping this at an 8-kill lead.
They've got to be careful. They've got to maybe take this out of Trippy's hands, because it seems like every time there's a shock rifle, it's always going to be falling to one of these OpTic players, and they have been doing work
had it
with
lined
it.
up.
You've got to be careful with
Just
these
got
peaks.
scoped out
You've
before he
got to
pulled the
put some
trigger.
respect on Trippy's name, because he's been hitting these shots.
Yeah, eventually you're going to catch on to where if he's not missing, you got to stop giving him opportunities.
Look at the
But it
color
has
of the
slowed down once again,
screen
and Trippy
going red when he zooms
is going to
in
try and
on his
relocate now
forehead.
that his presence
His
has
face
been
turns
spotted,
red.
But doubles back. He's been disappointed before Royal 2 finds his first kill of the game, and that's a big one.
Not quite
Maybe
Fear
he can build
itself,
some
but
momentum
he's
on the
pretty
other side of the
close.
map. But Trippy, I love
Especially
this by
compared to
him
everyone else.
relocating into red, controlling pipes, and I love how OpTic Gaming has controlled the entire pace of this game so far.
Slowing down
they
again.
really have, and Sentinels, they know that this next camouflage is coming up, but they're reluctant to push out in any of these angles because they're not sure where the shock rifle is right now. Trippy has done very well at repositioning to be unpredictable, and Lethal walks right into the trap, and that's going to allow now OpTic to potentially push down and grab that camouflage.
Backs into him. Come on,
Onset said he
snake
wanted
bite.
to see the Trippy series. We may see the Trippy
He's a little
game
distracted,
5,
you know.
as his control of the shock rifle has been nothing short
13
of
kills,
perfect.
32-19.
12-2-4 in a game 5, giving OpTic
33-20.
Gaming the 33-20 lead.
Even though Sentinels have played this map so well in scrims, it seems again OpTic have worked on one of their weaker game types here. Lethal gets repulsed away and doesn't have a chance to use the sword. APG and OpTic, now they're going to look to even go on more.
It's going to be a tough one if they lose this.
Sword and control.
35-21.
Such a massive power
They
curve.
can't.
Camo is going to go out shortly, but APG actually gets out of elevator, and not only that, finds a kill on the Lethal. A massive job by APG.
Ooh, if
Great
he got away,
awareness
that would
from
have been
him.
crazy.
And he's got 10 kills as well, so
He was
as great
doing
of
a
a
lot
game as
there.
Trippy is having, APG is right behind him.
A 14 kill difference. Now,
See,
I've seen some
why does he
crazy
have the
things happen in
disruptor? I
this
don't understand how
tournament
the
and in
pros
previous
use it.
tournaments, but if OpTic throw away a 14 kill lead, I think everyone in this arena would gasp so loud it would make an audible that would be even louder than you.
I will.
Clutch.
I'll throw
All
up. If
audible.
they throw this lead, I'll throw up. I promise you, because
Audible
it would make me sick to my
at
stomach to watch
whatever
these
word he
guys
said.
give up
Gasp.
such a lead. It's such a big moment for them. I love what we're seeing from OpTic Gaming. Controlled
Thought he was
pace
gonna kill his
right
teammate
now
there.
as they look to push elevators. They get 2 more kills
He tried.
towards their total, and just 10 now to separate themselves.
Dude,
and
annihilation.
them and Cloud9.
The trouble is every time
This is the
Sentinels try and
opposite
slow
of
this one
when
down,
Formal
OpTic Gaming
popped off
speeds
and
it
they just
right
were
back up in the right
annihilating
areas.
them in Slayer.
9 more kills needed for OpTic, and well, that's going to be 27 more needed for Sentinels. I think that says it all right now. And Sentinels, they're
I was
just
wrong.
running in to try and do
Man,
something,
I was
but
saying
time
Sentinels
and
always
time
clutch
again,
up.
They're going
Not
down.
this time,
Camo's
huh?
going to be up in 5, 6 kills.
It really is
Well,
like
you
they're
think
not,
they
it feels
try to
like
do
they're
something does
not even
sound
trying to
like
slow
an
it down
epic
and
strategy that will
come
work
back.
against such a
They're
strong
just
OpTic
like
Gaming
move on
roster.
to the
14
next
for both Trippy and
day.
APG. Lucid using
On
grapple
to
to
Sunday.
get himself the Mangler combo, and we saw how lethal this could be on live fire. We're going to see it again here and now.
Cloud9 are waiting in the winners finals, and I think they're
Cloud9
starting to
or
realize
OpTic?
their opposition is going to
Is
be
OpTic gonna be the team that
OpTic
beats them
Gaming at
finally?
this point. Just one
Sentinels
kill
already got
remaining.
3-0'd by 'em.
Sentinels have been so far off the pace.
I hope these boys
It wouldn't
are hungry,
surprise
'cause
me if
steak
they,
is
these
on the
two
menu
play each other in
tonight.
the losers final.
It was a hell of a series, but OpTic Gaming with one more kill will look to close the
Matchup.
door, and there it is.
There it
the
is.
green wall
Green
prevails,
wall.
smiles across the board for the boys in green. And what a series it was, but OpTic going on with the green wall.
Thank you very much, Clutch. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the smoothest man in HCS here on the main stage in and out of game.
Best posture.
Watching that series, okay?
Want to sit like Lucid?
You guys had, it was a tough time. It was a battle. And watching your performance in game 2, dropping 24 kills, okay? Going on a tear.
24 piece.
Tell me about that going into game 4, because you guys, y'all was going back and forth, but it was all set up.
Right. Yeah. I felt like
That was a long question.
First 2 games we were very
Sheesh.
much locked in. I think we had our game plans and we really stuck to it. I think, or really game 1, game 3.
Yeah.
And because that second game I think rattled us a little bit. Our Aquarius is a little weak.
Uh-oh.
They're actually very good at it, and ours is just kind of weak. But then that game 3, we were locked in, back in it like game 1.
Oakley sponsorship.
And I think game 4,
That's so
we
sick.
started out that way, and then round 2, they just kind of answered back on the oddball.
Yeah, because that bazaar that you was playing, like, even with all 8 people in the lobby, everybody was playing to your pace, okay, as you were tearing them up. And so, but I really want to talk about the game number 4, okay, because we see you frying in, like, the last 2 minutes of it, okay? You go on
These
a
questions
streak,
are
you
so
drop the ball,
long.
you go tower.
I'm
just
like
2 seconds
losing-
left on the clock. What was
losing
going through your
focus on
mind
what he's
as
talking
that
about.
sequence of actions was happening?
At that point, I know we were just starting to get hectic. That's one of the things we've been trying to work on, is like not getting hectic, because at that point we start to make some poor decisions. All of us, we get into that sort of just win or lose moment.
Poor
when we have
decisions.
probably guaranteed information to play off of. In that moment, I know I was like, go here, no, come back, a few times. I think we were all kind of saying that. So
Go back.
naturally, it was like almost coin flips. We just lost like 2 coin flips. Even in those 2 rounds, even I'm not going to
See, even the pro get a little nervous.
Round, he didn't really recognize what the response were, because we just none of us were on the
just
same page
in the flow, in the moment, getting kills, understanding the pressure, because y'all lost that round 2 and immediately had to hop right back in it for round number 3.
Yeah.
And y'all even started that one slow, so
And
y'all
they,
didn't have time to
they
kind
should have had
of
round 3
adjust
there.
in that. But even with that happening and you guys losing that map 4, coming into map number 5, trippy. Absolutely tripping.
He's the shock rifle
so
owner today, at least. I know I get the title sometimes with some of my plays that I can make, but he was absolutely frying. Yeah, he was taking over.
He said,
dude, don't let him have it. He was killing it.
Once I saw those picks, I was like, dude, I can count on my team to do anything right now because we're just making the right decisions and hitting the right shots at the right times.
Yes.
Everything was falling into place, and it's just one of those moments where it's like, okay, now nobody messed up.
He looks like a cartoon character.
He's doing
with
everything
his hair,
for a
dude.
moment. It's like, don't
Johnny Bravo.
Don't throw, right? Just play your position, okay?
Exactly.
And so now
Giga Chad,
play Sentinels
Saiyan,
it went
Lucid,
1-1, okay? This is the
Tommy
third time
Wilson.
y'all played them. They got their full squad. What does this win mean for y'all, especially going towards the winter bracket finals?
Nice
okay?
hair, Ola.
Up against Cloud9, because we know
Run your
that
hands
rally
through it.
performance wasn't what you wanted.
Pick your nose.
Yeah, I mean, we had some tough Game 5 heartbreaker losses against them as well in Cloud9, and I think we were playing kind of average. We were still playing solid, and that's why we were able to bring it back to those Game 5s. But I think, you know, we literally haven't taken like any days off. We took like maybe 1 day off, a couple days off, but we've literally been scrimming every single day.
Yeah, they've been going hard.
Breaking each other down, honestly.
It's working
like,
for them.
You're doing this wrong, I'm doing this wrong, to all of us constantly. I mean, you know, it can be kind of irritating, but we all got good attitudes at the end of the day, and that's what I think it's tightened us up. Like that Game 5 for us, I think it really was a testament to the practice we've been putting in, that the pressure wasn't getting to us. We had, you know, every team I think has their moments.
Were they having issues
no
with the
what,
pressure last
the games are getting tight.
last
but
tourney?
We really stepped up.
Getting nervous.
We weren't zoning in so hard that we were, you know, just getting into throw modes and costing our team.
All right, man. Well, hey, Lucid, that's going to do it for us, because we can sit here and we can talk all day about that series and what you guys are going to do tomorrow. I love talking to you, but Lottie, y'all got to talk and break the series down, because we definitely want to hear what you guys got to say.